Close on CW18 starts now.
WESH 2 Investigates has discovered that foreign tourists are getting a free pass when it comes to dangerous driving that puts all of us at risk.
Orange County has not been ticketing foreign visitors who run red lights or the rental car companies that put them in the driver's seat. Well, tonight in this exclusive report, WESH News investigative reporter Greg Fox explains why and how much it's costing taxpayers.
They come here for the mega rides at some of the world's most popular theme parks. A record 75 million tourists in Central Florida last year. And they're not just racing around on roller coasters. They're running red lights. And we discovered they're not always paying the price. Like you and me, that $158 fine. WESH 2 Investigates obtained red light camera records from Orange County showing drivers with out-of-country addresses having their red light tickets dismissed. Since 2011, Orange County has dismissed nearly 4,100 red light camera tickets, totaling more than $647,000, money that could have benefited state and local taxpayers.
You would agree that's a lot of money.
It is. It is a great deal of money. Bottom line, it's still money that could be in our coffers, and we are looking at that.
Jane Wattrell is a spokeswoman for Mayor Jerry Demings, who was unaware the county's red light vendor, American Traffic Solutions, or ATS, was dismissing violations by many out-of-country drivers, even though the county directed ATS to do it. See this rules document? Question: what should be done if driver address is not U.S., Canada, or Mexico? Answer: dismiss.
We thank you for calling this to our attention because we are doing a top-to-bottom review of our red light camera business rules.
To understand how this could happen, first, you have to understand the law. Here's how Florida's red light camera law works. These cameras capture a vehicle running a red light, as you can see by the video below me, and above me, a close-up of the license plate is taken to identify the registered owner of the vehicle, which in this case is a rental car company. How does that work? For Americans, the answer is easy. The law gives rental car companies the right to send this affidavit directing cities and counties to find the driver who is in the care, custody, and control of the vehicle. But for drivers like Chris Watson, who we caught up with at the rental car counters at Orlando International, his United Kingdom driver's license means any red light camera ticket would be dismissed under Orange County's rules.
I don't know, to be honest, but if it happens, it happens, and I hope it doesn't happen.
ATS has been paid by the county $11 million since it launched the red light camera program in 2011. It expires in September, and the county says it's too late to open a competitive bid process.
Do you think the taxpayers deserve that, and do you think the other people getting and paying violations deserve it?
I think taxpayers absolutely deserve a good hard look at what we're doing. We want to make sure that we are collecting and spending taxpayers' money in the best way possible.
The county's review will include a determination of whether it makes financial sense and is legal to try and collect from overseas drivers or their rental car companies. Greg Fox, WESH 2 News.
A spokeswoman for Vera Mobility, formerly American Traffic Solutions, answered our questions about the role the vendor plays in dismissing red light camera violations, saying, quote, only a law enforcement officer or traffic infraction enforcement officer may enforce a red light violation captured by a camera. Vera Mobility has no say in the enforcement of a fine. Now, tomorrow night, Greg continues his investigation to show us what two cities are doing differently than Orange County and why state law might have to be rewritten to fix this problem.
WESH 2 Investigates first broke the news last night that Orange County has dismissed thousands of red light camera tickets. That resulted in a loss of more than $500,000 in revenue.
Tonight, WESH 2 investigative reporter Greg Fox digs deeper and shows us how the state's red light camera law may have to be changed to make it fair for everyone facing tickets and fines.
We first told you that since 2011, Orange County has dismissed nearly 4,100 red light camera tickets, totaling more than $647,000, money that will never be spent to benefit state and local taxpayers. WESH 2 Investigates discovered the county directed its red light camera vendor, American Traffic Solutions, or ATS, to dismiss red light running violations by drivers with out-of-country addresses, specifically drivers outside the U.S., Canada, or Mexico, who typically rent cars and run red lights. The mayor's office told us they were unaware of it.
It is something that we're grateful that you brought up and that we are reviewing, and we want to make sure that we are being the best stewards possible of the public's money.
A spokeswoman explained it might be expensive or legally tricky to collect the $158 fines, but that doesn't sit well with domestic drivers.
If you can't enforce it, you can't have the law because it's not enforced for everyone equally.
I have to pay, so why not someone from Great Britain?
While our investigation has the county demanding answers from ATS, we checked Orlando's red light program. It uses the same vendor, ATS, but unlike the county, as you can see in its business agreement, Orlando makes the administrative decision on out-of-country addresses and decides whether or not to mail dismissal letters. Also in Orange County's agreement, it directed ATS to handle rental car company customer violations. In the city's agreement with ATS, Orlando handles these.
We don't believe it's a consultant or a contractor's business to be making decisions, policy decisions for the city.
Records show Orlando dismissed less than 100 rental car company red light tickets in the past 2.5 years. Which brings us to Kissimmee, which uses a different vendor, Redflex. Since January 2017, Kissimmee has dismissed 7 original rental car violations while getting paid for 718 original tickets from rental car companies or their customers. Kissimmee tells us it does not accept notices from rental car companies assigning blame to its international customers.
If that address that is submitted there is out of country, then it's not processed, and it remains with the registered owner. They are the ones responsible to paying the ticket.
But here's the catch. State law does not allow cities or counties to order rental car companies to go after international customers.
This law is silent as to out-of-country drivers.
Attorney Steve Kramer says it's no wonder cities and counties and their vendors are all handling red light violations by many internationals differently. The law doesn't address foreign drivers.
This is something where red light camera citations just aren't working for out-of-country drivers.
So it sounds to me like you're saying lawmakers need to get back to work and fix it.
This out-of-country area is something that needs to be addressed probably through the legislature.
Unless and until the red light camera law is changed, international drivers, especially those in rental cars who run red lights, may or may not be fined. Greg Fox, WESH 2 News.
Rental car agreements obtained by WESH 2 Investigates clearly show these companies have a legal right to charge customer credit cards to satisfy toll and traffic infractions.
But that is not spelled out in the state's red light camera laws, so it's unclear if some are and some are not. The ones that we contacted, and both vendors ATS and Redflex, referred us back to local governments running their red light camera programs.
If you violate the law by running a red light, it's a safety issue, and we feel everyone should be held accountable for that.
WESH 2 Investigates, and now changes are coming to a local red light camera program. Our July reports prompted Orange County to make changes to try and force international drivers to pay fines, just like you do when you get a ticket.
WESH 2 investigative reporter Greg Fox has our exclusive report.
In July, WESH 2 Investigates revealed Orange County has, from 2011 to May 1st of this year, dismissed nearly 4,100 red light camera tickets, totaling nearly $650,000 for drivers visiting from other countries who run red lights. We've now learned since May 1st through November 1st, another 328 tickets have been dismissed, amounting to nearly $52,000. Nearly $700,000 in fines that weren't paid, public money that could have benefited the county and the state. Now Orange County is making changes to its program to make intersections not just photo enforced, but also to try and hold international drivers accountable. It'll be reviewing all rental car company affidavits for their foreign customers and sending notices of violation in hopes of collecting fines.
You pointed out a problem, something that we could possibly get more revenue, and we're going to take a look at it and try it for a year.
Jane Wottrell of Orange County government tells me our story struck a nerve with Mayor Jerry Demings, who thought it was unfair that the county's red light camera vendor was not processing notices of violation for violators with out-of-country addresses. The county's previous administration made an agreement with Vera Mobility formerly ATS, directing the vendor to dismiss those tickets as uncollectible, all while local red light runners were fined $158.
Are you kidding me? Absolutely. Yeah, 100%. They should pay double.
I don't think it's fair. I think that's the stupidest thing they ever make.
Why is fairness and equality important?
If you violate the law by running a red light, it's a safety issue, and we feel everyone should be held accountable for that.
Under new rules, Orange County's vendor will send the notices of violation to drivers who are, most often, driving rental cars. Under state law, traffic citations can only be sent by certified mail, which isn't possible overseas. But a notice of violation can be sent by first-class mail. Payment is not enforceable, but as WESH 2 Investigates revealed in July, Orlando, which uses the same vendor as the county, and Kissimmee, which has a different vendor, have been sending those notices to drivers from other countries or seeking payment from rental car companies.
Everybody's going to be treated fairly.
Attorney Raymond Trenley tells me the county was smart to change its red light camera rules.
Anything that the cities and counties can do from an enforcement standpoint to make it appear that it's good faith, that they're trying to equally enforce this, is a smart move both politically and financially.
Hearst and other rental car companies we checked have agreements that state customers pay all tickets charged to the car. But since the state's red light camera law doesn't require companies to do that, Orange County's new program may be the best way to collect fines from international drivers. Greg Fox, WESH 2 News.
Orange County will reevaluate this new red light running program in a year. WESH 2 Investigates reached out to Vera Mobility, but they declined to comment and referred us back to Orange County government.